really need like a phone stand. Ah! Oh my gosh, bro. I swear I blended out my foundation. I swear I did. So please ignore that. Happy New Year. Happy 2025. So here's the fit of the day. I did have acrylics on, obviously, but for now it's only 2 of them. So, whatever. This is the new style of 2025. It's called I bite my nails off, but these are glued on too tight. I got my Starbucks. So today we're going to talk about my New Year's resolutions. They are actually realistic. You know, a resolution is a resolution. Like, that's a goal. I am not going to judge anybody, because if your resolution is to get $1 million, I can't tell you that you're not going to get $1 million. You know, you may do that, and good for you. They gave me a grande straw and a venti. Most of the times I make resolutions, they're unrealistic for me. So it'll be like cut out pop. You know, one time my resolution was to be a vegetarian. Like, girl, I worked for like two weeks and that was it. But I think that this year I have pretty good resolutions. They're pretty good goals for me personally. I think they're realistic. Every single year I say stop biting my nails, but we see the state of my nails. Like, look how, yeah. So that's not even on the table. But let's get into it. Here are my 2025 New Year's resolutions and how I plan on meeting that goal. So these are in no order, but first off, my goal is to read every single book on my bookshelf before buying a new book. So that's my first goal, but also my goal is to read 45 books. Last year my goal was 50 books, and I met that goal. But I feel like I was constantly stressed about meeting the goal. So I knocked it down. It's just like a random person. I knocked it down to 45 because I think that's more maintainable. You know, I was pretty on goal, like pretty on track. So 45 books, read that before I can buy a new book, or finish every book on my bookshelf before I can buy a new book. So basically the goal is like, don't buy books without finishing the ones you have first. So after counting and cataloging, I have 32 books on my bookshelf. So I still need a few more to meet the goal. The way I'm gonna achieve that goal is because, for me, I don't like to, like, I get in a phase every year or 6 months where I'll only read a specific genre. So like a couple years ago, I only read romance, and just like, I'm scared. Are y'all seeing this? Yeah, so this year, like last year I guess, was thrillers and mysteries. I only read thrillers and mysteries. I just finished Watching You by Lisa Jewell, and it was so good. So good. So, like, I was hooked. I love Lisa Jewell. But I get into this phase where I only read mysteries and stuff like that. And obviously I have more than just mysteries on my bookshelf. I have like pretty much every single genre on my bookshelf: nonfiction, historical fiction, you know, young adult, kids books, thriller, mystery, romance. I have everything on there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna number the books, put it in a wheel, like, you know, those little websites where you can just like spin a wheel, and that's how it's gonna pick my next book. I was gonna do the wrapping paper thing, but I didn't want to waste wrapping paper. That stuff's hard to come by. My next goal is to cut down on my caffeine, and I know y'all are like, girl. But the thing is, I used to drink like probably 3 Pepsis a day, and a coffee, maybe 2 coffees a day. I've got it down to 2 Pepsis and 1 coffee a day. My goal, 1 Pepsi and 1 coffee a day. I have to have my coffee in the morning, have to. And I also have to have a good Pepsi at lunch. I'm gonna do this by not packing a Pepsi for lunch, because most of the time when I go to work I pack one on my lunchbox. I'm not gonna do that. I have water, and that's like an addendum to that goal, is to drink more water. I want to drink one of these a day, so one Awala at least a day. All the goals kind of go together, okay? I need to eat healthier because I have had problems with EDs in the past and restrictive eating and stuff. So this sun is literally crazy town. I've had trouble with like eating and stuff in the past, so like 1 week I'll eat really good and I'll eat for every meal, but then the next week I will eat literally nothing, probably like a pack of crackers a day. So I'm trying to fix that, and I want to eat healthier, so I'm gonna try to incorporate more home cooked stuff, because I am doing no spend January, and y'all are like, girl, Starbucks. I have $80 in Starbucks gift cards and $80 in Dunkin' gift cards, so I'm good. I don't have to pay actual money for coffee in a long time. I'm not gonna buy any clothes, any fun stuff, I'm trying not to buy any food, like, you know, out to eat food. Just pack my lunch. Don't buy any coffee, because like just use gift cards basically is what No Spend January is. And that leads me into my next goal, which is get clear skin and white teeth and thick hair. So this is attainable for me because if I cut back on my coffee and my pop and stuff, then my teeth should not be as yellow, right? I brush my teeth twice a day. I also got a water flosser for Christmas, so yay. I've been using that. I use white strips and stuff like that, which I don't use them all the time because they rip the enamel off my teeth. And then I've been doing a lot of skincare. I have really bad acne right here on my like T-zone, and they said that that is from eating too much like bread, like starch or whatever. So I'm gonna cut out bread, not completely, but you know. We're gonna continue this later because I'm gonna be late for work. But back into it. I forgot what I was talking about, but yeah, my New Year's resolution is to get my hair really thick, because if you can tell, it's not thick, and it is clean. I literally just washed it, but it's just not thick. This is what my hair looks like at its worst. This is what it looked like at its best. And right now it's kind of in the middle. It's not like completely terrible, but it's also not thick at all. Yeah, I'm also gonna do Project Pan. If you haven't heard about it, a lot of people on TikTok are kind of like taking it a different way. Basically what it is you just use up all the stuff that you have before buying new stuff. And a lot of people are like, oh, I already do that. Okay, good for you. I know that's like what you're supposed to do, but for some of us who have a shopping addiction and a hoarding problem, you know, people are like, how do you have like 7 lotions? It just gets to be that way. I don't know, like one day I'll turn around and I have literally like 8 perfumes. I use them all for different occasions. Don't be like buying like 6 lotions if you haven't used the ones that you already have, you know? So that's what it is. But on TikTok, people are like going out and buying hauls, like big huge hauls of stuff, being like Project Pan, and it's like, no, you're supposed to use the stuff you already have. It's not that you can't buy stuff. You can, just once you finish the stuff you already have, if that makes any sense at all. Yeah, people on TikTok are like not understanding what it is, but I am gonna use all the stuff I have, use all the makeup I have before I buy new, use all the shampoo and lotion and perfume before I buy new. So yeah, it's gonna take a very, very long time though, because I literally have so many perfumes. And like I said, they're all for different occasions. So like if it's a rainy day, I'll wear a different perfume than if it's summertime. And if I'm wearing a hoodie, I'll wear a different perfume than if I'm like, for example, wearing a sweater. It's just different stuff, I don't know. But that's my biggest goal. And I think that's it. Normally my goal would be like be nicer to people, but you can't change. I can't change myself that much. So yeah, I don't know. A lot of moving parts in my resolutions. I overthink everything, but that's my resolutions, and that's how I'm gonna do them. So hopefully you guys have your resolutions picked out. I hope that you guys have an amazing 2025, and I'll see you soon.